Okay, so we're live.
Okay, ma'am.
You can start with questions. Okay, I'll start with you, Farouk.
Okay, ma'am.
Are you ready for questions? Part one first. Part one questions. Okay, this is about the future, your future plans. Okay, I'll give you three questions. What are you planning to do in the next 5 years?
Well, uh, as you know, I am working with the college and I am planning for Masters in Education course, particularly in Canada. After completing that degree, then I will try to do PhD program there.
Okay.
I hope I plan to do things in the next 5 years.
Uh-huh. Okay, your next question. What plans do you have? Okay, I think this is a repeated question. Do you want to learn a skill that you do not have?
Well, I'm very poor in SPSS software, which is mostly used for data analysis. So I would like to do better using this software in future for further research work.
Okay, so your last question. Why should we plan for our future? Why should we plan for our future?
Well, uh, everybody have a future plan because we go ahead targeting those plans because without plan your life will like a boat without any uh,
Yeah.
sail. So I think uh, having a plan you can smoothly run your life achieving those goals, and without goals you cannot go ahead properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. So, uh, the reasons why we should plan our future is that because it gives us motivation, and then it gives us direction, and then it gives us satisfaction. As soon as we achieve uh, like long term no short term goals toward our long term goals, that gives us satisfaction. It makes us happy, it makes us more motivated to do more and going forward to the goal that we set for ourselves. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Abdul, are you okay?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very clear,
Yes, ma'am.
loud and clear. Do you wanna participate now?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Why not?
Okay. Can you turn your camera on?
Yes, just a minute.
Okay.
Can you see me now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see you clearly. Now your question, I'll give you. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is about weather. Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a very cold weather or very cold environment?
Yes. So the country in which I live experiences a lot of weather changes across the year, and we in Pakistan there are all four weathers which are being experienced, and the northern areas are very cold sometimes. So once I visited a place called Murray in the northern area, and it was very cold over there. We had to wear a lot of jackets to and sweaters to cope up with the that cold. Yes, I so to answer your question, I
Yeah.
have visited the colder areas.
So when was that again?
Where was it?
When was that, or do you have that like as a normal?
No, the northern areas are normally cold across the year, but we visited in December, so it was very much cold at that time, and it was snowing.
Was that last year, 2 years ago, or three?
It was last year. Yes, it was
Wow.
last year.
All
Yeah.
right, sounds good. Now, your next question. Are some parts of your country, all right, I think I answered this part too. Would you prefer to live in a hot place or a cold place? And
So
why?
both the places have their own pros and cons, but in my opinion and my liking, I would like to live in a colder place because one can control the cold and can wear layers or can take blankets to control the cold. But in case of you are living in a hot weather, then it's very difficult to live over there. So that is the reason I would like to live in a colder area.
All right. So I think I agree with you. I would say, yeah, yeah, you're right that when it's hot, you can only, strip off too much, and then
Yeah,
what else is left,
yeah.
and you still feel hot. Okay, so one side question, what plans do you have for your future?
Uh, it's from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for you.
So for my future, I currently I'm working in a company which is a manufacturing company, and I plan to grow in this company. So I'm planning to do some courses and which are relevant to my field so that I can, you know, can excel in this field. Moreover, I'm also planning to get some managerial courses so that I can also shift towards the management positions. So that these are the plans.
All right. So one last question. Okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So where will you be in your plan in the next 5 years?
So if I talk about my plan, in the next 5 years, I will definitely be doing some courses that which is the first step of my plan.
Mm.
I have started some things as well, but the list which I have made of the courses which I would really want to do, I will be definitely finishing them in the next 5 years. And I'm also planning to change or a field which is relevant to my experience.
All right. Now I assign you to give questions to Prananta?
Yes, yes, sure. Let me just open some questions.
All right. Prananta, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
And if you want, you can turn on your camera too.
Okay, is it okay?
Yeah. Okay, so Abdul will give you your part of
Okay.
the questions.
Hi, Prananta. How are you?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. So, should I start?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So, the first question, my questions are related to books and TV. So, the first question is, do you like watching TV?
Yes, I do. Whenever I have free time, I always see the TV, and because I love to spend my time by seeing the television with some good movie or sometime some reality show.
That's nice. And how often do you watch TV?
Generally, twice or thrice in a week, I used to do that because as a student, I have some work and I have to maintain that. So at night and sometime in Friday or Saturday, I used to do that.
Okay. And do you like reading books? And what is the reason of liking that?
Yes, I like to read the books because I believe by reading the books I can enhance my skill, my knowledge, my patience, and also to share that knowledge and to increase our competitive.
That's nice. So the last question is, do you prefer to buy books or borrow them?
I always prefer to purchase the books because I wanted to read the books always from alone, which is always preferable, and so that I can read anytime. So I always prefer to purchase the books, not to borrow from anyone.
That's good. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I just want to give a quick comment about the words you use, Prananta. For example, when Abdul asks you, do you watch TV? And you use the word see, I see TV. So when it comes to TV, watch is the more appropriate word instead of see. They,
Yes, ma'am, I got it.
yeah, they kind of like mean the same.
Initially I could recognize that I've told that I see, but later on again I feel that I'm watching. It came to my mind.
Yeah,
So later on again.
and another thing when you use about I used to do that. So I think you are aware that when you say I used to, that means you did that action in the past, but now you don't do it anymore. So I used to do that, but now I'm doing this or I'm doing something else. I'm not doing that anymore at present. So it's something, when you say I used to, that means you did it in the past, but you don't do it anymore. So
Yes, ma'am. But I found one sentence from my friends that he said, I use and I used. In one word there is USC, and other word there was USED. So I thought maybe it was past and one another one is present. So in that aspect, I use that.
uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you use present when you say I'm very used to doing this thing. Okay, hi Pradip. I just wanna greet our viewer. Hi Pradip, I see you. Yeah. Yeah, you should join us, Pradip. Yeah, I'm used to doing something. That's present because you say I'm used. But when you use I used to, that means you used to do it in the past, not
Yeah, yes, ma'am, you're right.
okay. But
Okay,
it's just
definitely,
a
ma'am. I will
little
try
review
to.
about grammar rules. Yeah, just a little
Okay,
review.
ma'am. Next time I will try to use properly so that my pronunciation will be correct and it
Yeah.
will not make any confusion. Thank you for your
Uh,
correction.
This is not about pronunciation, it's about grammar. It's about the rule of, it's like rules. There are rules of grammar. Past habit. Yeah, Pradeep is commenting past habit, like I used to play football when I was a child. So that means now I'm an adult, I'm not playing football anymore. Thank you, Pradeep. Okay, yeah, I'm just watching them or looking at the comments. Okay, now Prananta, do you wanna ask me questions or I don't know, Farouk, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Okay, you guys can do like a conversation if you like, and I'll just be here. I don't know what, just any conversation that you will feel comfortable.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Better some question from IELTS expect, and it will help us to increase our skill because we have the knowledge about the IELTS. Or else, if need, we'll definitely do the normal conversation as well.
What I've learned from teaching ESL is that when in speaking, you just do the conversational approach, meaning just let your students speak freely and don't correct all the time, because then they students would feel like, okay, I better not say anything, uh, you know, otherwise I would make mistakes. But you just talk freely. And the reason why I'm recording this or it's live on YouTube is because you can go back. And then when you hear yourself, you know already the grammar rules, you know already the correct pronunciation, most of the English pronunciation. So you can hear how you spoke, you can hear how your grammar, how you use your grammar. And then you think, oh, something is off when I said this. So you can correct yourself. It doesn't have to be always from me or from whoever. You can just do it yourself. And then you have more motivation than somebody would tell you. Every time you make mistakes, somebody would tell, oh, that's wrong. Do you understand what I mean? I don't like to be corrected all the time. It feels depressing. I don't know if you get
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once
you
in
are
a
very right.
while it's nice. Once in a while. Okay, so now just talk. The three of you have a conversation, and I'll just be here. I'll listen. Okay, and maybe I'll give
Okay.
back from time to time.
Okay.
You can assign. Maybe I'll ask Farouk. You can assign. Okay, I'm going to ask I'll ask Prananta this question, and then you kind of like rotate.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I will ask questions to whom? Prananta or Mukit?
I think
You
both
can
you
ask
can
me.
ask because you can ask the question both
Okay, so let me
because
decide. You can, Farouk, you can ask questions to Abdul first, okay? Give him two questions, and then next Prananta, and then I'll tell you who is next to, who would be the next person to ask questions.
Okay. Uh, I will ask from Q card or part 3 question. Abdul Mukit.
Uh, you can ask on part three, no problem.
Okay. Uh, I'm asking you question regarding reading. Your first question,
Okay.
do you think people of all ages need to read?
Yes, I believe people from all ages must read because reading gives you a lot of knowledge, and it does not depend upon the age that whether you should read or not. Like for older people, they read newspapers a lot so that they can get to know the current affairs and the news which is currently going on in their country and all over the world. And for younger ages, people mostly read books. They can be fictional or they can be, some biography sort of thing. So yes, it's a very knowledgeable thing and one should read.
Okay. So next question, what are the difference between paper books and movies?
So basically, movies are sort of an electronic media. They do give you information, but they are of electronic. They are considered to be electronic media. And in case of books, they are definitely hard form, which you get to read. So, in case of electronic media, there is a high influx of knowledge, if you consider the time. But in case of the books, you get to know the background of the things and a proper scene of the scenario, which is very exciting to discover.
Well, so what reading topics are very popular in your country?
Reading topics.
Yes.
So in my country, mostly people read fictional books and then sort of stories books. So yes, they are mostly popular in my country.
Okay. Your last question is reading for fun or for work?
You're talking about me?
Reading is for fun or for work?
Reading is for fun or for work. So in my case, if I talk about myself, reading is for fun, because when you are free or in your leisure time, one can read book, and you get to make a very good relation with the book once you are reading. So in my opinion, mostly people read for fun, but definitely it's also for work as well, because you have to read some books and get to know some knowledge from those books. So in my case, both cases are applicable.
Okay. Thank you. This is the end of your part 3 questions.
Thank you so much.
Fine.
Okay. Now, so Abdul, Prananta, can you ask questions to Farouk?
Yes, definitely. I can ask some question to him.
Okay, sounds good. And then, okay, hold on. And then I'll ask Abdul to ask me questions also, just like maybe two or three, if that's okay.
Okay.
After
So, Farooq, shall I ask a question?
Yeah, you can ask me.
Thank you. So, your topic is tree plantation. First question is, do you think is it important tree plantation in your country? Why and why not?
Yes, of course. Tree plantation is very important for every country. As for different statistics or statistical analysis, it is suggested that the average area of forest should be at least 25% of the total area. And considering this in our country, it is around below 10%. For this reason, for balancing biodiversity and environmental protection and promotion, we think the tree plantation is very important for environment.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask you the next question. What sort of trees are available in your country and why they are so famous?
Well, in our country, thousands of species are very popular. I think maybe more than that, and those are very popular, and people try to plant those trees, whatever in backside of their home, in village area, or in the roadside area. In the roadside area, it is suggesting to plant palm trees uh, to protect from thunderstorm, and neem trees are it's a medicinal plant. It is very important for different types of medical treatment, and rural people use the branches of neem tree for brushing their teeth, and it is very healthy and important for health. And of course, the fruit trees are very popular in our country, like jackfruit trees and mango trees. And in summer season, people fond of eating those fruits.
Okay, so your last question. Have you ever attended any tree plantation program with any organization?
Yes, of course, I am volunteering with an NGO, and they initiate different types of tree plantation program in each year, and I joined with them 5 years ago, and it is very enormous and very joyous for me. And they distributed tree plants to the school-going children to promote the tree plantation program among the school-going children who are the future of the generation. And that is very colorful and joyous program. And students also uh, gave their speech regarding the importance of tree. And I astonished that they clearly understood the importance of tree plantation, particularly in the coastal area of Bangladesh, where the Sundarbans is protecting Bangladesh from different types of storm, cyclone, and they are realizing that the tree is very important for them.
Okay, thank you very much. And that's the end from my side.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys. Now, before we move on, I want to read the comment from our viewer. This was about the reading of books. So Pradeep says, the book gives you the real plot top to bottom, but the movie has skipped some information due to the director's point of view. Thank you, Pradeep. Okay, now Abdul will ask me two questions. And then, guys, if you want to continue, I'll turn off the live streaming and then you can continue. I'll just be here listening in the background if you wish. Okay? All right.
Okay.
So, Abdul, I'm ready.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have
So,
to leave. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Farouk. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know you have to go to work.
Okay,
Okay, thanks. See you next week.
okay, ma'am.
so my questions are related to the advertisements. The first
Advertise.
question is, what are popular types of advertisings in today's world?
Into this world. I noticed that um, creating, content for social media is very popular nowadays, especially for young generations. Although I know that for adults too, they also get into this hobby, or can be hobby or can be for their work. But most of the content creators are younger people. And so yeah, that's what I've noticed, that is popular nowadays.
So, what type of media advertising do you like the most?
I love um, fashion. Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
because I'm a woman, so I love advert advertisements or commercial, like hair shampoo commercials. I like that. Hairstyles, for example, and also what is trending in the women's dresses, for example. Yeah, those are the types of advertisements that I really love. I might be a vain, but I don't know.
Okay.
It's just I love watching them.
That's nice. So, the last question is advertising really necessary in modern society?
Well, um, I would say yes, because then uh, you won't be, or the general public won't be familiar with what is out there, what is good for their skin, for example, skincare for their hair. Although in a primitive way of living, you can always think of, okay, this is good for me, this leaves, this coconut oil is good for my hair. something like that. But yeah, I feel like it's important.
Okay, that's all from my side.
Okay. Now, Prananta, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
You guys want to have conversation by yourself? I'll step out and I'll step aside and I'll just be listening in the background if you want. But if you want to wrap it up, then we can also um
So can we drop? Can we wrap it up? We can, have some conversation next time. I
okay,
have to go somewhere. Yeah.
sure. Sure.
Pranta, is it okay with you?
Yeah, no problem. It doesn't
Okay.
Thank you
matter.
so much.
Next time we'll do it once again. We'll do that.
Okay, guys. So I'll see you then next Friday. Okay?
Okay, man. Bye bye.